Hi, you want to become an HVAC engineer and start designing HVAC systems? Then this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to go over all the steps that you need to take to become an HVAC engineer and start designing amazing systems. So let's get to it. Step number 1. You need to know the fundamentals of thermodynamics, fluid mechanics, and heat transfer. These three courses are part of core courses in any mechanical engineering in colleges or universities. If you have already taken these courses and you remember most of the fundamentals, then you can go to step number 2. If you forgot the fundamentals, you can review your notes and textbooks. You will be surprised how you quickly remember the fundamentals once you start the review. If you haven't taken these courses, that's fine too. You can take them in any colleges or universities that offer mechanical engineering programs. You can also take these courses online. Check out the links below this video for a few recommendations for these courses online. Step number 2. For this step, you need to know different types of HVAC systems, equipment, and components. You must know the most common systems to make the best choice for the project that you have. You have to know how these systems operate. For example, you need to know how a cooling tower cools down the condenser water and how different outside air temperature impacts the cooling tower's performance. You also need to know the main differences between various types of systems and their applications. For example, for cooling down a building, you may have multiple options or systems available, but you need to know how these systems are different from each other and which one is the best for the application that you have. Step number 3. Load calculation fundamentals. You need to learn what air quality and properties make humans and animals comfortable inside a building. You need to learn how to analyze heat transfer in and out of a building. For example, for heating load calculation in winter, you need to know how the building loses heat through its windows and exterior surfaces. You also need to learn how to use weather data in order to pick the correct outside air temperatures to determine cooling and heating loads of a building. For example, for heating system design, you need to know what outside air temperature to use as the basis for calculation of the building's heat loss. Step number 4. Learning load calculation software. Load calculation by hand is super complex and time consuming, and nobody really does load calculation of a building by hand. On the other hand, there are many software that does that load calculation super fast and very accurate. So you need to learn a software. In the United States, Hourly Analysis Program or HAP and Trace3D Plus are two of the most commonly used programs for load calculation. So you need to learn at least one of these two programs or learn both of them to increase your chances of getting a very good job in the industry. Step number 5. You need to know how to design air and hydronic distribution system. You need to learn how air must be distributed inside different spaces within the building. You also need to learn how to size ducts and pipes for the system that you design. For example, for 10,000 CFM airflow, you need to know what size rectangular duct you need. You also need to know how to calculate pressure drop in ductwork system or piping systems. This is very important because based on that pressure drop calculation, you pick the right pump or right fan. Step number 6. Know how to select HVAC equipment. This is actually a very fun step because it's like learning how to shop as an HVAC engineer. For this step, you need to learn 3 methods of selecting HVAC equipment. The first method is working with a vendor or a manufacturer's representative. This method is mainly used for very complex systems. For example, if you want to select a 2,000-ton chiller that has so many options, you need to work with a vendor or a manufacturer's representative that know all those options and is familiar with the equipment that you're trying to select. The second method is using equipment catalogs. This method is mainly used for simple and inexpensive equipment or components with limited options. The third method is using a selection software. This method is mainly used for pumps, air terminals, fans, and louvers. This method is used for simple up to somewhat complex systems, but not for complex systems or very complex systems such as chillers or custom-made air handling units. Step number 7. For this step, you need to learn how to design sequence of operation. What is a sequence of operation? It is a document that tells the contractor and operators about how the system must operate. This is a technical document and you need to know how to develop it. It has schematics, tables, and technical language in it. Also, you need to learn about the tools that you can use to develop sequence of operations for different types of systems. For step number 8, you need to learn AutoCAD. AutoCAD is one of the most commonly used software to model HVAC systems inside buildings. AutoCAD can also develop drawings based on the models of the HVAC system in buildings. AutoCAD is mostly used for 2D design, although it has capacity to develop 3D models as well. If you want to be an HVAC engineer, not an HVAC drafter, then you need to learn step 1 through 7 first. Step number 9. Learn how to use Revit. Revit is a building information modeling software, or BIM. It is much smarter than AutoCAD, and it's mostly used for 3D designs of HVAC systems inside buildings. But of course, you can develop 2D drawings with Revit. Revit can be used for any size project, but it is best to use it for large and complex projects. Similar to AutoCAD, you need to learn Revit only after you learn the steps 1 through 7, but you can learn Revit before learning AutoCAD. Those were all the steps that you need to take to become an HVAC engineer. If you'd like to learn more about each step, visit the link below this video for a PDF guide that has super valuable information for you.